Have you ever looked at a really successful company and just wondered, how do they make it all look so easy? Well, a big piece of that puzzle is connecting two things that might not seem obvious at first: cloud accounting and the supply chain. Today, we're going to dig into how that powerful combination isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's about completely transforming a business to run at its absolute best. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll cover the main idea, the big principle. Then we'll look at the three pillars that make it all work: automation, accurate data, and streamlined workflows. And finally, we'll see how it all clicks together to make a huge difference. Sound good? Let's dive in. All right, so what is the big idea here? It's actually pretty straightforward. Tying your cloud accounting directly into your supply chain, that's not just a small upgrade. It's become totally essential for any business that's serious about running a tight ship, both operationally and financially. And really, it all comes down to these three things. I kind of love this because it's like a recipe for success, right? You have automation doing all the repetitive work, you have accurate data showing you exactly where to go, and you have streamlined workflows making the whole journey smooth. When you get these three working together, you've basically built a high-performance engine for your business. Okay, let's jump into our first pillar: automation. This is where things get really interesting because this is where technology steps in to do the heavy lifting. And believe me, it completely changes the game. So when we say automation, what are we really talking about? Well, in simple terms, it's about letting technology handle all those tedious, repetitive jobs that people used to have to do by hand. The whole point is to free up your team from the mind-numbing stuff so they can focus on the bigger picture. And the benefits are huge. First, you get speed. These systems can work 24/7 without a break. You also get incredible precision, which means way fewer costly mistakes. And the biggest one for the bottom line, you save a ton on labor costs, which lets your people tackle more creative, high-value problems. A perfect example is a chatbot on an e-commerce site. You know the ones. It can handle thousands of customer questions at the same time, any time of day or night. For the company, that's a massive saving on customer service staff. And for you, the customer, you get an answer right away. It's a total win-win. All right, on to pillar number 2, accurate data. This one is so important because if automation is all about moving fast, then accurate data is what makes sure you're moving fast in the right direction. So, accurate data is exactly what it sounds like. It's information you can bet the farm on. It's the foundation for every single strategic decision you make. Without it, you're just guessing. You're basically flying blind, and that's no way to run a business. When your data is solid, your planning gets so much smarter. You stop making those painful, expensive mistakes, like ordering way too much of a product that's about to go out of style. Plus, it builds trust, not just with your customers, but within your own team too. Think about a local restaurant. If they're tracking their sales data properly, they can see exactly which dishes are flying out of the kitchen and which ones are just sitting there. That lets them fine-tune their menu, order ingredients more intelligently, and cut down on food waste. That goes straight to their bottom line. And that brings us to our third and final pillar: streamlined workflows. Okay, so we've got the speed from automation, we've got the direction from data. Now we need to make sure the road itself is smooth and clear of any obstacles. Streamlining is really all about finding the most efficient path from point A to point B. It's about decluttering your processes, getting rid of unnecessary steps, and basically creating a super highway for your operations so that work can just flow. And just look at what happens when you do that. Tasks get done way faster. You get rid of those frustrating bottlenecks where everything just seems to grind to a halt. And here's a big one: your team is happier and more productive because they aren't spending their day fighting against a clunky, broken system. A great classic example is an online store. When they streamline their fulfillment process, an order just moves seamlessly. The moment you click buy, it goes to the warehouse, gets packed, and is out the door. The result? You get your package faster, and you're a happy, loyal customer. Okay, so we've looked at all three pillars: automation, data, and workflows. But here's the most important part. They're powerful on their own, sure, but the real magic, the real transformation, happens when you bring them all together. Let's just quickly put it all together. Automation directly saves time and labor costs. Accurate data helps you make smarter decisions and avoid wasting money. And a streamlined workflow means faster operations and less overhead. See how they all contribute in a different but complementary way? And when you combine all three of those forces, the results are amazing. Your costs drop significantly, your efficiency goes through the roof, your customers are happier because everything is faster and smoother, and the end result is that your entire business just performs at a much, much higher level. So, let's wrap this up by looking at the incredible advantage that this kind of integrated system gives a company. Ultimately, when you integrate cloud accounting with your supply chain, you're creating a central nervous system for your business. Everyone gets the data they need right when they need it. Your finance team and your logistics team are finally on the same page. And for maybe the first time ever, you have a crystal clear picture of your entire supply chain and where every single penny is going. I think this quote just nails it. Cloud accounting acts as a well-oiled machine, helping businesses reduce costs, improve performance, and achieve long-term success. It's not just another piece of software. It's the engine that can power a smarter, more efficient, and way more successful business. So I want to leave you with a final thought. We focused on the supply chain today, but think about it. Where else in a business could this powerful trio, automation, accurate data, and streamlined workflows, create a total transformation? It's something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.